Bonnie, this is such a sweet movie, my favorite girlfriend. It reminded me
Isn't
kind of
it?
a 50 First Dates rom-com where things
Yeah.
start new for them every single time. What was it about or the premise, or maybe even Molly herself, that drew you to be a part of this film?
Yeah, Amanda's script really drew me. As I was reading it, I was so moved and I was laughing and crying. And it was just, I thought it was really beautiful and such a human story with such a good heart. And I'm always wanting to do projects like that, something that really has a goodness to it. Um, and then I just think in general, we need to bring more awareness to mental health issues in a way that feels human, and take the stigma away and just learn about these things and realize that we all have our things, and I think that's really important. And then working with Amanda, when I met her, she just was so wonderful and I felt so safe with her, so I knew I was in good hands.
Well, I feel like the costumes maybe helped embody you for each particular personality. Did that help you get into character when it came time to being that particular version of Molly?
Yeah, the costumes really helped, um, especially with Silk, because she was the one that I kind of had the most trouble getting into because she's so different than me. But by the time I was all dressed up with like the heavy kind of black makeup and the dark lips and everything, and like the collar, and it really felt like, okay, this is a character that I've really stepped into. So that really helped for sure.
Conrad is kind of a playboy. What kind of backstory did Amanda give you when it came to why Molly feels a connection with him?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't go into too much detail about the backstory. I kind of had my own feelings about it. But she basically was just saying it's like an instant connection when they meet in this cafe. It's like, sparks are flying and they instantly feel this chemistry. Um, and also I think, Molly in her influencer kind of stance, she's feeling really confident and cute and flirty. And Conrad is a little bit like awkward and he's rushing back to figure everything out for his boss. And it was just a really cute dynamic.
I think that Silk may be my favorite version of Molly. Do you have a particular
Really?
version?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of fell in love with all of them actually. Um, and at different times, I had my favorites. Silk, for sure, stretched me in a way that I never would have expected to. So that was really fun. And then Vanessa, I loved Vanessa, especially learning the Oklahoma accent and getting into that kind of Southern character. I loved, and especially like Vanessa was so flirty and so like feisty that I really loved that. It was fun. And I expected Conrad actually to have more of a chemistry with Vanessa, but with Vanessa, he was always a bit like kind of cautious because she was so intense. But it was great.
I knew he'd fall for the Molly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
her true self, so I felt like that's what's going to catch anyone, really, is who you truly are and when you feel authentic to that person.
right, totally.
There's so many incredible, hilarious, and also sweet moments throughout the movie. Was there a particular scene that really either challenged you or holds a special place in your heart?
Yeah, I think the one that really holds a special place for me in my heart was with Maxine and Conrad, and they're sitting at the lake, and Maxine's kind of describing her understanding of her DID and all the different altars, and she's drawing like the pizza analogy in the sand. And there was just something really special. It was actually magic hour, like the sun was starting to set, and there was just a special atmosphere in the air. And so both Tyler and I felt that um, there was a really, really special kind of chemistry that happened there. So that was a really cool moment.
Ah, that's a great segue to my next question. There is such a great chemistry between you and Tyler. Did they give you much time before filming to sort of flesh that out? Or did you guys just have this, as you mentioned before, kind of an instant spark when it came to portraying these characters?
Well, yeah, we had an instant connection. We didn't meet that much before filming. We had like one rehearsal or one table read, where Amanda kind of just listened to everything and could see how each of the characters was interacting with Conrad. So and then she just kind of threw us in, but it was really interesting to see the different chemistry with each of the alters, actually.
Kind of, yeah.
And it was surprising for me, like the Sarah character, the Australian older lesbian, she really took on this like a motherly kind of feel with Conrad, and that energy was in that scene, which was really interesting, of like not a romantic chemistry, but she just, she really kind of cared about him and wanted to help him and everything. It was really cool.
What advice then did director, writer Amanda Raymond give you when it came to the DID side of things?
Yeah, she really wanted it to feel authentic. It was very important to her. She wanted the DID community to feel like we did justice to a story and gave them something that felt like it portrayed it, in a way that was real and really human. So she introduced me to someone who actually has DID, and they were really helpful. They really opened up about what it's like and what it's like for the people in their lives, and even the trauma behind it and everything. They were super open. So that really, really helped, just to understand it a little bit deeper as a human being. So.
Well, I'm sure it was either hard on you physically or mentally, portraying so many different people all at one time. How did you shake off a long day of filming?
Yeah, it was a marathon. I mean, we shot it all in 12 days. So it was just like go, go, go. So pretty much at the end of the day, I just slept, zonk out. But it was exhausting. It's interesting how, we each have our own characters, and we're comfortable in that. And even physically, we hold our own bodies in certain ways. And when you stretch that much into all these different characters, I mean, I found that it was exhausting to my whole system. So after those 12 days, I zonked out. But I also felt kind of high too, because it was so exciting what we'd created, and also I was proud of myself, of like, okay, I didn't shrink away from this challenge. I actually went for it, and I did it. So I was proud.
My goodness. And I'm sure you're going to be receiving a lot of wonderful positive fan feedback from the DID community about this, because I do think that you seamlessly portrayed so many of these personalities so well, and the light on this is so sweet. Is that what you hope people take away when they watch this movie? Not just that it's another cute, sweet rom-com, but that it did the DID community justice.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, and that was the most important thing for Amanda. She just really, really wanted that to feel authentic for them, so that they could feel seen, and so that the world can see them in more of a human light. So I hope so. Yeah.
Well, I feel like this is such a beautiful vehicle for you, and you are a part of social
Thank
media.
you.
Are you looking forward to that instant fan feedback you're going to be receiving here when the movie comes out shortly? I feel like it's going to be embraced so well.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear. I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing what people say. And social media is really fun like that you can just get that instant response from the audience. So yeah, looking forward to hearing and seeing how people take it.
We've seen you do so many beautiful roles lately. What's next for you?
So I'm taking a bit of a break, and then I'm actually doing a movie in Australia in February and March next year, and then another one in LA and Mexico. So kind of early next year, I'm going to hit the ground running. So just relaxing in the meantime, and yeah, excited to see what else is to come. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm sure your parents will be happy to have you back on the mainland.
Yeah, it's been a while because of all the COVID stuff. It's been like 2.5 years. So
Oh
I'm
my goodness.
really chomping at the bit to get back there. I need to see them.
Sure. Well, what would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the beautiful works that you do on our screen?
Just thank you so much for the support that you're giving me. I mean, I feel really embraced right now. I feel people are very supportive about what I'm doing. So Thank you for the support.